After young Sheldon, Mary is getting replaced by someone more dangerous in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Long before Zoe Perry was cast to play Sheldon's mother in the Texas-based prequel, The Big Bang Theory already introduced the character, who was ironically played by her real-life mom, Laurie Metcalf. It was clear from the get-go that Mary had a close relationship with the socially inept genius, something that the spin-off emphasized during the earliest years of its run. However, beyond her relationship with Sheldon, Mary also had her own arcs as a member of the young Sheldon cast. Throughout young Sheldon's run, Mary's stories varied, from her relationship with her religion to her marital life with George, all on top of her dynamic with her kids. Mary's visits in Pasadena gave a good idea of how she was as a matriarch, but there was more to her story than what she and Sheldon shared in The Big Bang Theory. Admittedly, Mary's story could have continued had Chuck Lorre decided to move forward with young Sheldon. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. Sheldon's mom will be replaced in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, as it debuts a new matriarch. Audrey McAllister is Mary's Georgie and Mandy's first marriage replacement. Mary has been the Big Bang Theory franchise's matriarch, but the Young Sheldon sequel changes this. While the birth of baby Cece in Young Sheldon Season 6 effectively made Mandy a mother, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's overall matriarch will be Audrey McAllister. Introduced in Young Sheldon Season 6 with her husband, Jim McAllister, Mandy's parents will be prominent players in the upcoming sitcom. Not much is revealed about Audrey at this point, but her limited appearances in the Big Bang Theory prequel offered a good idea of what she's like. Strong-willed and stubborn, Audrey is reminiscent of Mary in various ways, especially with the way she treats Jim. For context, Perry's Mary will still appear in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, but in a limited capacity. Thus far, her only confirmed involvement is in the pilot, where she will have a cameo with Annie Potts' Meemaw. Beyond that, it's uncertain if she will come back, although it's worth noting that the Big Bang Theory canon mandates that she and Reagan Reverd's Missy make regular appearances, considering Georgie's promise during George's funeral about taking care of his sister and mother. Regardless, for all intents and purposes, however, Audrey is Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's matriarch, and she is worse than her predecessor. Mandy's mother already has a vendetta against Georgie. Audrey barely tried to hide her true feelings about Georgie in Young Sheldon. There's no denying that Mary could be problematic in Young Sheldon. She had the tendency to be judgmental and self-aggrandizing. That said, most of these flaws stemmed from her misplaced faith. In the Young Sheldon finale, she forced the twins to get baptized, and while it resulted in a poignant moment between her and Sheldon, it highlighted her failure to be a proper mother to Missy. Despite all of this, at least there's an explanation for her problematic actions. The same can't be said about Audrey. Upon learning that Mandy was pregnant, she heartlessly kicked her out, forcing the Coopers to step up and take her on. When she finally decided to get back in her daughter's good graces, she used her money to buy her affection, not to mention access to baby. That said, Audrey's worst comes out when she's dealing with Georgie. She has belittled and looked down on him every time she has had the chance. George and Mary's firstborn is just far too optimistic to let it get to him.